All right, we're alive.
Wunderbar.
I live. I haven't died. I'm still here. I might want to die after this, but
Oh, we survived my immortal. Come on.
we survived my immortal. We can survive this, I suppose.
I barely
Anyway,
survived my immortal.
we're not presenting what we're reading today like I would sometimes in the past because I can't. This is an actual physical book. As in, like, you hear the pages turning. It's because it's not an ebook. We tried to get it as an ebook. It didn't work.
I believe you can get them as ebooks, but we have physical
I wasn't
copies.
able to get it to work.
I
don't
did
know.
ages ago. I might be able to find it again while we're doing the initial setup. I did find the opening chapter of this book on Wattpad.
Oh yes, Wattpad. Some people really want to disparage that website, but I actually have nothing against it.
I will post it.
There are good authors on there.
Anyone who is vaguely interested. That is the first chapter on Wattpad. It is not by the actual author. It's by someone who planned to repost the entire thing on it and I think stopped.
Yeah. But I just took a second to check how loud I am on stream because I don't want it to be really quiet like this because that would be really annoying.
Yes.
Anyway, this is a book called Insanity, Jeff the Killer.
Part 1 of 2 so far.
Yeah.
Potentially 3.
Yeah. It's unclear whether or not this girl is going to write the third book, because apparently the second book ends on a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Which, by the way, if you're going to make something, if you aren't absolutely certain that you are going to get a sequel, you should not ever end on some sort of cliffhanger.
At least it ends a lot more gracefully than My Immortal did, which just cuts itself off halfway through the good bit, arguably.
Mm-hmm. When I reach something that reaches an abrupt end, I would just go like, then end! Yes, I am kind of taking that from Michael Loire, but they're good readers, they're good at this, and they aren't ever going to do this, because I don't think they're going to buy it. By the way, this book is like $4.99 on Amazon US.
Yeah, this money, hold on, I will check on Amazon for anyone who's this side of the Atlantic.
I would caution against anyone actually buying this because the cover art, it's stolen!
Yeah.
And a lot of people have actually informed the original artist, who doesn't seem to really mind that much. I still don't really want to support art theft, but what you gonna do?
I will look at my previous purchases, because I actually cannot find it while searching on Amazon.
Maybe it's no longer available.
Well, I will check.
So Amazon. Now I guess it's in limited print.
Yeah, no, I have not. I will check my orders. I will check my searches to see if it does actually turn up. What is there? It cost about just shy of £3. It's got a different name.
It does.
On Amazon, it's called Jeff the Killer Go to Sleep Volume 1.
Are you?
That's why I couldn't find it. There was a Kindle edition for about £1. Book 1 of 2 of the Insanity series. The second book came out in 2016. I don't think we're getting an update to this.
I don't think that the series is continuing. And that does remind me, I'm sorry for people who were reading stories I wrote that aren't getting updates because, well, I'm just not really into that story anymore, and I'm trying not to lose any more stories before I finish them. Anyways, we ready? You ready to start it?
I suppose. So just to give a general plot synopsis. I'm
a killer, Ugu.
Yeah, it is we all know how cringy Jeff the Killer is. It's Jeff the Killer, if he had a love interest, violated his own character more times than I think my immortal violated my brain. And also has a completely different introduction to the story. Should we, before
Yes.
we start, read the back of the book?
Okay, this is the back of the book. This is the summary. And anyone who knows anything about Jeff the Killer, I'm so sorry. Jeff the Killer, book 1 of the Insanity series. I guess now it's the Go to Sleep series. Bullies and liars beware, a new threat is arising. Naomi Jansen just wanted to have a normal, carefree life until she met Jeff at summer camp. That's what we needed for this. Jeff is a laid-back teenage boy. Okay, he didn't act like that at all in the original creepypasta. It was really crappily written. Yeah, but at least you kind of knew he wasn't a laid-back teenage boy. He was more of just like, didn't really talk at all, really. Or at least not very much. I mean, he still called his parents mommy and daddy. Well, I guess he started doing that after he lost his mind. But still, this is... Anyway. With a dark secret. You can't see my face, but I'm just like already just done with this.
Then one morning at camp, Naomi hears that one of her longtime bullies, Malroy, was found dead in her
Mallory.
cabin. Mallory.
It's Mallory.
Can we call her Mallory?
You spoiled it really fast, didn't you, Nisha?
Naomi suspects Jeff at first, but then decides he's too sweet to do something like that. Yeah, totally. Until a series of events changes her mind and her outlook on sanity. What the fuck is this, a Lanfear album?
I don't know. I think this, like, if you want to do something about, like, oh, I'm getting another outlook on sanity, maybe try an H.P. Lovecraft sort of vibe.
Yeah, try a cosmic horror. Oh, listen to a Lanfear album.
Or hell, just, you can go with the classic Edgar A. Poe. I mean, a lot of his protagonists were insane, and sometimes they would start off the story by telling you that they were totally not crazy, like in The Telltale Heart.
And then there came a knocking at my chamber door.
Yeah. Anyway, we've procrastinated long enough. Jeff the Killer by Nisha Nicholson. If you do find this book on Amazon, do not harass the author. I'm pretty sure she was quite young when she wrote it. Chapter 1.
I will say this, just as one last thing on the whole thing is, I'm genuinely impressed that this managed to get published. I mean, that's not very hard considering Onision has 3 books published on Amazon.
And they're all awful.
Yes.
But Amazon does have a self-publish option, which is how this happened.
Which is both a blessing and a curse.
But I would like to at least extend a little bit of, like, props to you, Naomi, that you were confident enough. I mean, not Naomi. Props to you, Nicole, for being confident enough to actually put out your work on the internet for money.
Yeah,
but
and at least
that kind of makes some of the things that are wrong with this a little bit more egregious. Like, a lot of these other creepypastas are on the internet for free, and they're not proofread very frequently. At least, like, you typically tend to have good grammar and syntax. Your story construction just needs a little bit more work.
Yeah. And
I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, and we know at least 4 people have bought this, because we've bought this, and there's at least 2 other people on YouTube that I know of that's reviewed this, if not
Jenny
more.
Nicholson, who is a great content creator. If you haven't seen her yet, you should definitely go check her out if you enjoy film reviews. And John Wolfe, formerly known as Harshly Critical.
I wonder how much we'd have to pay Crimson Rogue to do a review on these books.
Probably quite a lot. But I imagine again, he got extremely entertaining.
Then again, he got through Onision's books, so I'm sure this would...
Yes, all 3 of them.
All 3. Maybe at some point we ourselves will attempt the Onision challenge.
Oh God, no. No.
Right, anyway. We're going to go somewhere with this.
Yes, we do. Chapter 1. Naomi, are you ready to go? My mom called me from downstairs. I grabbed my suitcase and pillow and headed downstairs. That's a bit redundant, but okay. Yes, I'm ready, I sighed. Do I have to go to camp? Yes, you do. I signed you up and paid for everything. Makes sense. I went out the back door. Back door should be 2 words. And put my things in the trunk.
Greetings to Denmeister, who's in chat.
Hey, Den. How you doing?
And to the 4 other
Miss you,
people
buddy.
watching now.
Cool. And put my things in the trunk. I got in the front seat. You'll have fun, Naomi, Mom said. You might even meet someone there. Are you new to the area? Or is your mom really trying to do a matchmaker thing? Oh, don't be sorry for interrupting, Den, by the way. You're fine.
Pleasure to have you here, mate.
Sure, Mom. You always say that. I put my headphones in. Okay. I always get this feeling when something bad is about to happen. Yes, a lot of people do get this sort of gut feeling.
In the words of Han Solo, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of an intuition thing. Sometimes your, like, primal animal brain can detect when something bad is going to happen. And it tries to make you feel this certain way just to get you out of danger, because that's like a typical primal fight or flight sort of response.
And I think
Pardon me, I was reaching to get my glasses.
And I think in this case, her brain is going, Naomi, you've read a bad fan fiction that somehow got published.
Okay. I got that feeling on the way to camp, and something usually always does happen. Do you mean something usually always does happen when you get the feeling, or when you go to camp? Because if something bad happens every time you go to camp, maybe you should bring that up to your mom, and maybe you'd stop going.
Or maybe you should stop watching Friday the 13th.
Yep. I mean, it's not like it's going to be very beneficial to you. It's kind of like, don't watch the Final Destination, like Final Destination, before anyone you know gets on a plane.
Final Destination's a comedy movie. I don't care what anybody says. That movie is so fucking stupid.
It is. It's essentially an alternate universe where everyone is made out of jelly and breadsticks.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to sum it up.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Last time it happened, I cut my hand open while slicing lemons and limes for juice. That must have really, really hurt. Especially with the fact that you were cutting lemons and you got lemon juice probably in your cut.
Yeah, that is a personal experience. Yeah, no, that's not a good thing.
Okay, what Den said, I feel the need to read. Nah, watch Final Destination before you enter a plane. It's called flying in hardcore, in hard mode.
Now, what you do, yeah, or snakes on a plane. But that's
God,
Samuel
no.
Jackson. Just because it's got Samuel Jackson in it.
Well, yeah, I know, but I have a videophobia, so I'm really scared of snakes.
Right enough. Actually, just speaking of Jeff the Killer, to go slightly back on topic, I had a teacher who was genuinely convinced Jeff the Killer existed.
Are you serious?
Yes, no, she genuinely believed Jeff the Killer was real.
I used to genuinely believe that Slender Man was real, and then I found out he wasn't.
Yeah, but no, this was a teacher who taught a science class, mind you, biology, so would know that what happens to Jeff in the story would
It's
more than
impossible.
likely, well, impossible, but would also more than likely kill him.
Yeah.
And I'm not even necessarily talking about the bleached skin. I'm more talking the cutting open the eyelids and the smile. Yeah,
an anatomy teacher will tell you that it isn't real. No, he's not real, and he didn't eat your pancakes, Dan.
That was Killer the Jeff that did that.
That was me in a mask. We used to live in the same town, remember?
We all know Jeff the Killer's best friend is Mothman, though.
Yes.
But
Mothman, there's no need to feel down. I said, Mothman, pick that man up. Pick up that man off the ground. I said, my man.
We should probably get back on topic. It's just an
Yes.
idea. Like, we don't have
Let's
to.
do that. Yeah. I still have the scar. You must have cut really deep for it to leave a scar like that.
What kind of... I suppose you'd be using a fruit knife, and fruit knives are pretty
Don't you
sharp.
know this is the creepypasta world, and when they say knife, they usually mean Sephiroth's sword.
Yeah, but I mean, genuinely, though, a fruit knife is actually quite sharp. So, to be fair, maybe I
Paring knife, yes.
on a proper fruit knife.
Mm-hmm. And they were delicious then. Anyway. We got there, and I got my stuff out of the car and went to find out where my cabin was. Okay. On the way there, I passed a kid who looked like my age. Looked to be my age. As I walked by him, that feeling got stronger. What, do you have a spider sense now?
Is this what you want, feminists? A world where a woman walks past a man and she feels bad.
And she's got a spider sense. It's like, my woman senses are tingling. My psycho sense is tingling. Yes, that's perfect. Thank you, Dan.
My psycho sense is tingling. Yes.
That's great. That's fucking fantastic.
Right.
Right, continuing on. Anyway. I'm trying to get the hangout window back. There we go.
I stopped.
But I dismissed it. You're an idiot. I stopped and looked at him. It's Jeff, I can tell. My psycho sense is tingling. He had a white hoodie on. Yep, I was right. He also had short brown hair.
Which I do believe he actually had in the original story.
Well, yes, he did have brown hair, but...
Yes. And he did have...
Usually it's shown to be kind of long-ish.
Yeah. He did have the white hoodie on. Although, if this is summer camp, it does raise the question, why a hoodie?
Why are you wearing a hoodie in the summer? Unless you're me.
Which is also, coincidentally, what Naomi asks.
We're on the same wavelength. I hate this.
Are you Naomi? Shit.
Nope. It's not
so
me.
much.
It's not me.
Oh.
Why would you wear a hoodie during the summer? I thought. He looked at me. He had blue eyes I couldn't help but stare into. Sure, honey. Sure. He smiled at me, so I looked away and kept walking. I mumbled, "Weirdo." It's not weird to smile at somebody politely.
Yeah, I will say, it's just from an actual literary standpoint, a lot of these sentences are very boring. They're very similar length. They start often with the same thing. Later on, I mean, you see it sort of at the start anyway.
Yeah.
Later on, throughout this story, you are never given anything special on the way people say stuff. It's I said, he said, she said, they said, we said. There's no
Yep.
It's very... If it wasn't for the fact that it was very badly wrote and cringy, if this was decently enough wrote that it wasn't cringy, it would be very, very boring.
It would be.
There's very little use of other punctuation. There's very little commas in this, if I remember correctly as well. It's a lot of short, boring sentences. Yeah. Also, hello to the Bootleg Rangers.
Hey. Yeah, so if you want to have really good writing, a suggestion is that you vary up the way that people talk. You develop a certain language style for different people.
Yes. And this
I
book
met my
is told from two different perspectives as well.
Yeah. I met my counselors and campmates, and we went into our cabins. And we went to our cabins. Sorry, excuse me. We had 2 hours before dinner. I put my stuff down by one of the beds and walked outside to the fire pit and plugged in my headphones. I sat there for a while, and when I was changing my songs, I heard a branch crack. Okay.
Spooky.
Why not look up and check and see that a branch is not trying to fall, is not going to fall on you?
To be honest, that would be a sweet, sweet release and end to this, and we know it. And we
Then
know.
end. But
I looked up.
yeah,
a branch
like
was
I heard a
falling on
twig
me.
snap.
It impaled through my body, and I died. The end.
And I wrote all of this with my blood.
Yeah, that's a point. Like when people are like, oh, you know, when people are dying in movies or in video games or whatever, like you're clearly not dying that quickly if you could write, God has abandoned us in your blood across the wall.
Yeah, you're probably going to want to try and finish it as fast as you can. But I mean, it kind of excuse it in H.P. Lovecraft stories because maybe he started it at a certain point and ended it later.
Yeah, I mean, he goes, yeah, but his characters are often a bit insane and probably, yeah, it's a bit different.
I hear the scraping of the monster at the door. Why don't you just run away?
Yeah.
Do you want to voice Jeff?
I'll do Jeff. Yes, I'll also do Jeff's perspective because we do get a bit of Jeff's perspective.
Okay, just do whatever you want about like his voice. You can give him an accent if you want. Please don't give him a Welsh accent, though. That'll get really grating really fast.
Oh no, I have set characters that have Welsh accents. Come on.
Right. Okay, cool. Great. I took out my headphones. Then I took my headphones out and listened. It sounded like it was behind me, but I didn't want to look. It's very natural. I was afraid it was some kind of wild animal. Okay, how bright or dark is it? Because a lot of these other, like, dangerous animals don't usually come out to populated areas during the day.
It's a bear on a 2-week-long ketamine-fueled adventure.
It's bearing.
Yes.
It's been a long time since I've seen anything from him. I just haven't been watching him much lately. Continuing. I felt a hand on my shoulder. I screamed and turned around to see the kid from earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I scare you?
He asked. Yeah, kinda, I said.
My name's Jeff.
I'm Naomi.
I noticed you earlier. You were staring at me. Why?
Oh, I stopped and thought, why was I staring? So I made something up. I was staring because you're wearing a hoodie during the summer.
Yeah?
Okay,
so?
may I pause right now? You just met the guy and you didn't have any sort of like, I thought he was he was kind of cute. It's more just like, he was a weirdo. But then but continuing, it's just like, what? Why are you suddenly like, oh dear.
Yeah, you could have been thinking many things. You could have been thinking he needs to ditch these skinny jeans. I can see his cock from a mile off, but we don't know what. Yeah, we never know what these characters are thinking. Also, that's what I meant by you will see this constant repetition of I said, he said, she said, Jeff said, Naomi said.
You're reminding me of like Grinch Night.
Rinny said, I said.
It's like, and Euchariah said, and then Grandpa Josiah said, and then Euchariah said. It's very dry and very boring.
Yep. Anyway.
Yes, it's your line.
It's the way I dress.
Oh, you skipped a few.
Did I? I said the yes.
Yeah, so. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's weird, I said.
It's the way I dress.
Jeff said. No, not really. What? How would you know that, Naomi? Are you psychic?
But to be fair, he doesn't put on this outfit till later on in the other.
Yeah, yeah.
But
why,
to be fair,
why would you be wearing dress pants as well?
Well, wasn't it? He was saying he was wearing dress pants in the original because he was going to a party that all the parents were going formally to, but all the kids were playing cowboys and Indians or whatever.
So why wouldn't you wear jeans?
But we don't know what trousers he's wearing in this. As I say, he could be wearing skinny jeans, like I said before.
He could be. He could be wearing black skinny jeans like a lot of fangirls draw him in.
Even though I don't think he ever actually got changed. Like, he changed back into the other outfit.
Yeah, they said that they put it back together.
Yeah, he put it back on. What was it? They cut out the burn marks and they cleaned up the blood.
They stitched it back together.
Like, I've burnt things before, and I've tried to get blood out of white things before. It's very hard.
It doesn't happen. You better have another thing of bleach. I'm still not getting over that.
Yep.
I sat down and Jeff sat next to me.
So, do you have any friends here?
Jeff asked me.
He's going to slowly get more cocky as this goes on.
No, I'm not really the social type. What about you?
Now, for the class could turn to page 3, thank you. Well, no, but there's this blonde who's apparently developed a crush on me.
Fast?
Speaking of which, there she is. Cockney Jeff the Killer. Oi, mate, I thought
it was going to be Cockney Sonic.
Well, no, it's Welsh Sonic.
Ah, I like the Cockney Sonic.
The in the valleys, and I'm good.
You know, I actually really preferred the Cockney Sonic. A girl with blonde hair and green eyes walked past us. She had on a pink shirt, a pink skirt, and pink flip-flops. Walking stereotype.
I believe this is what Raven and What's-Her-Face from Maya Moto would call a prep.
Yes.
Also,
does that make Naomi gothic?
Gothic. Also, then, is this pre or post Bleach incident with Jeff? The stabbing contest idea.
Yes. I think this girl likes pink. Please keep this in mind, by the way. Keep that line in mind.
No. I think this girl is pink. No, I think she's wrong. Yes, Mark Zucker for the live action Jeff the Killer movie.
She looked over and saw Jeff. Hi, my future husband, Jeffy. It's your line.
Hi, Malroy. Mallory. I'm not gonna keep calling this person Malroy.
Malroy. Jeff said in an annoyed tone. I turned and mouthed, Jeffy, really? Jeff just shrugged his shoulders. She came over and sat in between us, pushing me off the bench. Hey! I yelled. Oops, my bad. Did I do that? Suddenly, she's Steve Urkel. Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Mallory said, sarcastically. I got up.
You okay?
Also, Nisha, new speaker, new line.
New speaker, new century.
Jeff asked. Yeah, I'm fine. And she wrote, yeah, like, yay, like the biblical sense. And yay, I was fine.
Yeah.
Jeffy, don't pay attention to her. I'm so much better than that. She pointed at me when she said that. I felt rage boiling inside me. I wanted to slap those blonde highlights out of her hair. I thought you said that she was blonde. Do you mean that she has brown hair and she's...
Blonde with blonde highlights.
Blonde with platinum highlights, you mean? If not, maybe she had brown hair with blonde highlights, or she's a bottle blonde. Like, I wanted to slap the dye right out of her hair.
This also could just be the more obvious bad storytelling.
Could be.
Anyways, Mallory, please don't do this.
Jeff said. She didn't listen. She knows I'm better than her. I'm richer, smarter, more popular. ... She stood and got in my face. ... And I'm much prettier. Ooh, she got us.
Jeff's perspective. Yeah, we are not at the end of chapter 1. We just have a very
abrupt perspective change.
Yes. Which chapter 2, I will say this now, does start with Jeff's perspective, which is where you would logically develop, like if you were going to have another character show things from their perspective, that's how you do it. You don't do it halfway through.
Yeah, you'd wait until another chapter. If not, like maybe you put like asterisks and then you let context clues tell you who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is you.
Yeah, I'll read the general stuff for Jeff's perspective. I knew that last comment pushed Mallory over the edge. Naomi. They're all the same to me. They all blow into one horrific character. I watched her body tensed up. I knew she was going to do something she would regret.
Did you really just say that?
Oh, Mallory, put your tits away. Wait, what? Wait, Naomi. What? Yeah. I am never going to get these characters right. We will get to the end of this story, right? Where we already know that Mallory dies because the back says.
Yeah.
We'll get to the end of this book and I will still be calling Naomi Malloy.
Right, yes.
Anyways.
She asks, is you still doing that? I'm still gonna have like a bit of a pet peeve because I used to spell the word yeah like this. It ends with an H, honey. Yeah, I did. What are you gonna do about it?
I heard the challenge in her voice. Then I saw it. Mallory had hidden a knife in her skirt pocket. Well done on getting a skirt with pockets. I heard those things.
Also, what you have a knife at summer camp?
I mean, like,
how did nobody check these kids?
This is America,
let them run around with knives. Where are the counselors?
What the fuck is this? London? We're going to summer camp in London.
Yeah, apparently.
It just turns out this is in Albert Park, right outside the Albert Memorial, opposite the Albert Hall. Can you tell Queen Victoria like naming things after her late husband?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to do, and then I got this weird feeling. I felt dizzy and dropped to my knees. Is my vision clouded? Mallory grabbed the knife and twirled it. Oh, yes, no, I have the actual... I don't know if you can hear that. I have the actual book.
This was the book we bought from Amazon.
You said what the prices were before.
Yes, this is a book. What did you think? What did you think that meant in the title?
Yeah, no, this is an official published thing. It cost about...
Hear that?
£4 on Amazon. Which is like what? What did you say? About $5? Did you say?
About $5 over here.
$6. Probably about 4.
It's a short book.
This is more like a novelette. Like this is not even a novella. That's how small it is. The second one is there is a second book to this, and it is probably a novella. This is a novelette at best. This can't.
It has 6 chapters.
Hell, it might even be a
On God. Really, Dan? On God. Okay, continuing.
You see, I can make you beautiful. It's your line.
You see, I can make you beautiful if you let me. No, get the thing away from me. I heard Naomi say. Oh, sorry.
I heard Naomi say.
Oh, come on. It won't hurt that bad.
Mallory grabbed Naomi by the shirt, but at the end of shirt, it's got two speech marks.
It's got the quotation marks.
Yeah, it's got two speech, implying that this.
Mallory grabbed Naomi by her shirt.
She just stands there and says it
and does it at the same time. Let me go! She screamed.
She screamed. I then blacked out to more screams. When I woke up, Mallory and Naomi were gone. There was some blood on the ground. I got up. These feelings keep getting worse and worse, I mumbled, and I walked around and saw the cabin with a pink light. Ooh, I wonder who's there. It's obviously your boy,
Malroy.
Malroy. Draco Malfoy.
It was the preps.
It was the preps. I heard a bunch of laughing girls. Oh shit, I was wrong. Maybe it's what was she called from My Immortal?
And
Obi-Wan Kenobi, that was it. I only hope. Ebony.
Mm-hmm. And
Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're our only hope. I don't know who. Yes, this is you.
Okay. Now I'm sure that Jeff will want to be with me since that other girl won't be around him anymore.
I got closer to the cabin and I heard Mallory's voice. The thing is with this is that the way this is worded, it should be the other way around. It should be the getting closer and then hearing the speech, not the speech first, because this could literally be anybody. Like, this could be Susan from down the road. N.O.B. Raven Darkness Dementia.
Demetrius, my fave protagonists.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi, our only hope.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Kenobi. I suppose I will read this as a girl.
Okay.
Best girl voice out. What happened to her, Naomi? What happened to Naomi?
Well, what happened, Jane? Is this supposed to be Jane the Killer? Seriously?
This is a question I asked while reading.
Jane the Killer was originally 30 years old. And she's a lesbian.
I actually, when I first initially read through this, I wondered if they just wanted the name Jane, it was just a name they picked at random, or if it was a deliberate reference.
I think it was a deliberate reference.
That never appears outside of the scene. I mean, I know it's a bit spoilers, but it's Jeff the Killer fanfiction that ends with the original story. So,
yep. Was that I was only going to make her beautiful like me, of course, but sadly she refused and pulled a knife on me. See, what Mallory is doing here is that she's being a liar. No, she's not your local librarian. She's just, kind of out there.
So you do next, Mallory?
Another girl asked. Oh, sorry, you're still reading that part.
Another girl asked.
Well, Sally. Okay, is this referencing the girl from Play With Me?
Nah, I think it's referencing Sally.exe, personally.
Okay, we'll go with that too.
I was... yes, the lesbian is the true horror of the story.
It's more of just like the fact that whenever they do those shipping fics and art of Jeff and Jane, they're kind of, I hate to sound like a total social justice advocate, like social justice warrior, like keyboard warrior sort of thing. That is actually LGBT erasure.
Yeah. That, and to be honest, do you really expect a bunch of sad fangirls to realize that?
Yeah, they don't have to keep killing her off. She's not at all interested in dating him or fucking him. She loves him in a body bag.
Which, to be fair, is a good place to put Jeff at this point. It's a good place to put the original creepypasta in a body bag and in an unmarked grave somewhere.
I was quick and took the knife from her and cut her. See, this is the knife I took from her.
So, did you kill her?
You're still narrating.
Sally said. Sorry.
Sally of course not. I just merely scared her. She just merely scared her. I guess I don't need this knife anymore. Famous last words, Mallory.
I heard the cabin window open and Mallory threw the knife out. I picked it up. Holy shit, we got a semicolon. It had blood on it. You could have used a comma for that. It is a technically unrelated statement. I
picked
touched
it up and noticed it had blood on it.
Yeah. I touched the blade and an image flashed in my mind.
What is this, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
I shook my head. I freaked out by what I saw. I put the knife in my pocket. I figured I would need it again, but I just didn't know when. I walked around more to see if I could find Naomi. When I walked all around the camp, I couldn't find her. The only place I hadn't looked yet was the lake. I walked down and I couldn't find her. I started to get worried. What if Mallory had lied about killing her? I sat down in the sand.
Wait, she didn't say she killed her.
Yeah, no.
Wait. I guess sorry, I misunderstood.
So did you kill her? Of course not, yeah.
Maybe Mallory lied and said that she didn't. Maybe they did.
It's rough course that gets everywhere. 10 points to whoever gets that reference.
Right. So that's your line.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I didn't stop her.
I don't know why I didn't stop her.
Again, you're still narrating.
Sorry.
Stop who?
I heard someone say. I looked around.
Up here.
The voice said. I looked up and I saw Naomi on the tree limbs that overlooked the lake. Overlooked is one word. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, it is one word.
So yeah, so wrong. Can I just say, Jeff, you've just got probably a decent skirt shot there, depending on how big where she's sitting on this
or if she's even wearing a skirt.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Actually, what does it even say? What
it doesn't
she was
even
wearing?
say what she was wearing.
She could be naked for all we know.
Let's hope not.
Naomi, you got a massive pair of tits. Lovely pair of knuckles on a master Wayne. Oh, she's got a lovely bit of meat on her. Anyway, what are you doing up there?
I don't know. Just hanging, I guess. Still narrating.
She jumped down.
What are you doing here?
She asked. I was looking for you.
Why?
Because I was worried Mallory had done something to you, really bad to you, I said.
Well, she did. Just look.
She showed me around and it was all banged up, so was a leg.
Bandaged. So you don't need this.
Bandaged up, you are correct. I apologize. I was like drinking as I was like I was trying to pour myself a drink while also reading. Anyways. Believe it's your line?
Yes, just a second.
I'd say take a shot every time this fan fiction gets worse, but you'll actually drink yourself under a bus before we're done.
Yes. She also cut my back and my waist.
That girl needs therapy or something.
Those are weird places to get cut. I said.
Sorry.
She needs more than therapy.
Naomi said.
I've known her my whole life. Pause. Wait.
This is never mentioned.
There was a line that suggested, like, that I think this girl likes pink. That suggested that Naomi didn't know Mallory.
Well, no, but she knew Malroy.
Yeah, she knew Malroy. But still, this is sloppy storytelling.
Yes. It's very... I mean, this whole thing is very sloppy storytelling. Also, how do you like my Jeff voice, guys?
Sorry.
Um,
Anyway,
anyways, it must have been really hard for you, I
Oh.
remarked.
Yeah, it's been like this ever since we were little. It wasn't so bad back then. All she did was pull my hair, which turned into biting. Okay, so she
Kinky.
bit you. Kinky. But still, did she draw blood? She could very well give you an infection. Then when we were about 10, she got a click and it's spelled wrong.
Yeah, it's spelled as in click,
that
as
you
in
were
click
thinking
your
of.
fingers. Not as in...
The click that you were thinking of is CLIQUE instead of click, like the movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, like it doesn't mean click as in like a little gang or a collection of it. It's click in the I clicked my fingers sense,
Yeah, like that.
which I can't do. Fun fact, I can't click my fingers.
That's neat. Of girls together to push me around. So they just literally push you. I don't know if Meg would read this. I'd have to send it to him. Both books.
I'll reimburse the cost of the book for him.
I don't know.
Anyways, then at 12, yes.
Yeah. Then at 12, that's when the knives came in. How old are these kids?
Shit, they really are part of a London street gang, she said. Wow, that's awful.
Yeah, it is. Well, you finally figured out how to spell the word yeah.
We sat down at the sand and we watched the water. Jeff still hates sand because it's rough and coarse and it gets everywhere.
One second, sorry. Uh,
Can we pay her? I think. Yeah. Anyway.
So blondes are crazy.
She said.
I want revenge, but my mom always says revenge is never the answer. Well, your mom would be correct.
Revenge of the Sith here, come on. You are the Sith Lord.
And Revenge of the Fifth, that's when all of the Star Wars stuff goes on sale online.
Yes, there was a one that somebody said was better than Revenge of the Fifth, like Revenge of the Sixth. And I think it was there's always a bigger fifth. There was a bigger fish. The Star Wars rabbit hole of taking the piss out of days is brilliant, let me tell you. If you want, I could go talk to Barry for you.
Are you sure? You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. No.
It might as well turn into the ooh bits.
Ooh. Please give me huggy wuggy.
You're right on target, lazy. That's exactly what she says. Thanks. I would hug you, but I would bring more pain to my wounds. Are you like hobbled from this?
I can lick
How serious was this cut?
I can lick them better for you.
No, stop it, Chef. Oh my, I am blushing. Okay.
I am. Don't forget about Professor Snap masticating, though.
No, that was Lupin.
Oh, yes, it was Lupin.
By the way, for those who don't know, masticating means chewing.
Yeah, no, Lupin. What was it? Was he masticating to put? Yeah, masticating. I thought, sure, I would talk to her, but I had something else in mind. The image flashed, but I didn't dismiss it. I embraced it. I heard a voice in the back of my head going, "She's got a lovely pair of knuckles on her, Master Jeff. Lovely pair."
It's your subconscious butler.
It's your subconscious. I just context ages ago I started doing this voice for Alfred from Batman, and it was just me saying random stuff like she's got a lovely pair of knuckles on her, Master Wayne. Your mother had a lovely pair of knuckles on her, Master Wayne. Absolutely lovely. Anyway. We should get back, I said.
Yeah, it is getting kind of late.
I stood up and helped Naomi up. On the way back, Naomi surprised me with a question.
So, Jeff, do you like Mallory?
Huh?
I asked if you liked Mallory.
I stopped walking. Why would I like a psycho?
Pot, kettle, both black.
Please meet.
Pot, meet kettle.
Pot meat kettle.
Good luck, Dan.
Whatever it is, I will buy it, and then we will read it on this, and we will insult your writing, because that's what we do.
We don't
Anyway.
insult you as a person. We only insult writing. Unless it's JC the hyena.
We will, yes, I'll say we were insulting his writing. That's what I meant.
Yes,
I came out wrong.
absolutely.
Anyway. You were just asking, or have you read that?
I was just asking.
She walked ahead of me and stopped. I looked around and I saw why she stopped. There was a girl walking up to us. I realised it was Sally.
But you didn't see her.
I ran up beside Naomi. Sally stopped and looked at us. I have a message from Manny to Jeff. I stepped forward. What does she want? I asked. She wants to go talk to you about her cabin, Sally said. Fine, I'll go see her. I rolled my eyes. Just between us, I don't like her. She's mean. I secretly think she's a witch.
Wow, Sally. You sudden point for you to grow a conscience, because I mean, before you asked if she very coldly, callously, if she killed Naomi.
So this is just
did she kill her?
That bit from Monty Python. You're sure she's a witch? Yeah, she's got the nose and everything.
She turned me into a newt.
Turned me into a newt, yeah.
A newt?
I changed back.
Well, I got better.
I got better, that was it. I got better. I'm going to give it at least 3 characters in this Monty Python inspired voices, guys. You're in for a treat. Naomi laughed.
Mallory is more than a witch. She's a rattlesnake in pink flip-flops.
If a snake wore flip-flops, where would they wear them?
They coil around the flip-flops and just, continuously drag them along behind them.
Or flip all over the place.
Or they're a lizard person.
They're a naga and they wear them on their hands.
Might as well be.
I don't know why Mallory doesn't want to hang around Jeff. Y'all keep together.
Please stop that.
It's a good job.
Well, I mean,
Sally stops being an important character, isn't it?
Well, actually, I would want to offer, at least you have given her speech a little bit more characterization.
Yeah.
Because now she's got something a little different than everyone else. She might have a southern drawl. It's like, if I were reading it, it's like, I don't know why Mallory doesn't want you hanging around Jeff. Y'all are cute together.
Y'all are cute together.
Naomi coughed.
I didn't say anything, and Sally walked over to Naomi. You ready for this, guys? It's the return of the voice from 2 seconds ago. I'm Sally. I'm gonna put a little bit of southern in there just for you. Sorry about what Mallory did to you. It's glad she didn't kill you.
No. How could this happen to me? I made my mistake. God knows how to run. I'm Naomi, and yeah, I'm glad she didn't kill me either.
I have to go now. Oh, he's probably looking for me. Slowly drifting back into Jeff. Jeff said, Sally walked away. I sighed. I really didn't want to go see Mallory. So many images flashed in my mind at that moment. We'll never know.
Bioshock now.
We don't know what images these are. This could just be like Mallory saying, Malroy, Maladala saying,
I shall now assault your mind with subliminal messages.
She could be saying, would you kindly come visit me?
Pretty much.
Anyway.
Hey, Jeff, are you okay? You look a little pale.
Naomi asked. Yeah, I'm fine. I said. Guess I better go see what Mallory wants. I started walking away.
Jeff,
She started to say something. What is it?
Never mind.
I shrugged my shoulders and walked on. I looked back and saw her running back to the lake.
Naomi's perspective.
Naomi's perspective.
Thank you. I couldn't bring myself to tell him. I don't know why, but I just couldn't. Tell him what? Oh, wait. Senpai, I love you. I'm guessing that's what it was. I sat in the sand and pulled my phone out. I had a text
Jeff,
from my mom. It
Jeff,
said,
I want you to fuck me. No, actually, I was just talking about like Jeff. Actually, like if you actually look at the front cover, I mean, obviously it's a very anime style picture, but
that's pretty good though.
Hmm?
The proportions are still really nice.
Yeah, no, but I feel like maybe this was the way that like it was printed more than it was the actual image, or maybe it's the size of it. But it looks slightly blurred and quite low quality.
Yeah, I think it is that.
It might either be the sizing, like it was never designed to be sized this way, or a printing problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought I'd put, because it looks a little better on the back, although on the back it's very paled up. But I just thought I'd point that out.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're talking about Jeff's appearance. Jeff, do you look fine? Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Keels over and dies.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
Anyway,
much. Yeah.
You could bring yourself to tell Jeff to fuck you on the beach.
Fuck me in the ass.
Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus and I know the good Lord would want it that way.
It said, "Hi, honey. How's camp? I hope you're having fun. Have you met that someone yet? Jeez, Mom. How hard are you trying to push this kid into getting married?"
I want grandkids by the time you're 20. Amazon has a self-publishing system, and as far as I know, it doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, I think it's free.
If I ever become an established author, I'll get back to you on that.
Yes, especially if it's over like that sort of thing.
So that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Fair enough, then.
Yeah. Anyway, I laughed at the last part. I had, but I didn't want to tell her I did. Fair enough. I stood there while the clouds. Sorry, excuse me. I stood up and started throwing rocks into the lake. I stood there while the clouds covered the moon, which shrouded the shore in complete darkness. I guess it's gonna rain. I better get back, I said to myself. I walked slowly back to the main campsite. It started to sprinkle, and then it went into a downpour. Can this night get any worse? I asked. Yes, Mallory could kill you.
This is the worst example of
This is the worst possible thing.
This is the worst use of pathetic fallacy ever. Which, for those that don't know, that's where the weather matches the mood of a character.
Yeah.
Such a harsh name for it, though.
Yeah, it is. Really is. Right. Anyway. Okay. Right, yeah. Okay. I kept walking at the same speed back to my cabin. I came in soaking wet. Hi, Naomi. I haven't seen you all day. Where have you been? Katie asked. Who is Katie?
Look at her, Master Wayne. She's wetter than the way you like your pussies.
I've been around, I said. I changed into drier clothes and put on a camouflage jacket. This storm is crazy, I said. Yeah, I wonder where the rest of our cabin is. Probably in the mess hall playing cards or something, I said. I laid down on the bed and read one of my books. Lies, you don't read.
We all know Sue over there's got a mean solitaire game on going right now down the mess hall. Go on, Sue. Get in there, love.
Go, play, win!
Bring home the bacon.
Yes, absolutely. Right.
She read one of her books.
Lies, you don't read books.
Is perchance Naomi reading Insanity, Jeff the Killer by
God, I
Nisha
hope not.
There's a novel inside of a novel inside of a novel inside of a novel.
Stop.
I say novel.
It's gonna get too far, too much. Yeah. Okay, so continuing. Anyway. You're gonna have to tell him sometime, Katie said.
Is
Tell who
Katie a
what now?
butch lesbian?
I was just trying to come up with another voice that sounded
Fair
different.
enough. It's just
I asked, looking at her. Tell Jeff you like him. Who said anything about me liking Jeff?
Katie is 6'4" and built like a rugby player, for anybody asking.
Sally came by and told me how she said you two were a cute couple and how you were shuffling nervously. I didn't shuffle, I coughed, he said. See, you admitted to it. Shoot, I mumbled. Katie laughed. The cabin door opened and 2 other girls came in. Hey, May and Lacey, who are these people?
These are new characters. Let me. Okay, I'll let
May
you do.
said.
I'll do Lacey. We brought you two. We brought you two back from. Is it from dinner? That's me, girl. That's
Lacey
a voice.
said. My stomach growled and I sat up, realizing I missed dinner.
Here's some banana pudding for Katie.
Awesome, I love banana pudding.
And a large brownie with vanilla ice cream drowned in chocolate syrup for Naomi.
Okay, so Katie got the raw deal here. I mean,
To
banana pudding's good and all, but come on.
honest, the way I'm imagining Katie is she's got the intelligence of Patrick's sister from SpongeBob.
So it's Sam.
Yeah, that was her name, was it? Sam.
Yeah, Sister Sam.
Well,
By the way, I
Sister
just
Sam.
now found the original artwork.
Are we gonna drop it in the chat? Okay, let us see the credits to the original artist for
Alright,
this
this story.
unfortunate abomination that happened to be now associated with our artwork. Take.
Alright. Why couldn't you have gotten them 2 of those? Awesome! I couldn't possibly live without chocolate. Thanks, Lacey!
You're welcome.
I ate the whole thing in about 2 minutes, so you're gonna have a fun night later.
I'll be on the shitter for hours, Master Wayne. Mind you, perhaps, congrats to anyone who can clear something of that description. Yeah, no, then this book's still art.
I sat there for a minute and then lay back down and continued to read. I doubt it. I tried to ignore that nagging feeling in the back of my head. It just kept coming back stronger. So you have Saiyan senses. Anytime you beat them back, they're gonna come back stronger. I plugged my headphones into my phone and turned on Katy Perry's Dark Horse. Anytime I know a song, I'll sing a little bit of it. I don't know this one. I listened and read, ignoring the feeling. Must not have been that bad if you can just completely ignore it with some Katy Perry music. Whatever it was, I didn't want to be involved. Sure. Our counselor came in. Where the fuck has this woman been?
Yeah, where's the counselor? Well,
Where have you
if
been?
if we go off Friday the 13th logic, probably fucking somebody in one of the other cabins.
Probably. It's just one of the few that Pamela Voorhees didn't get to.
Yep.
Our counselor came in and tossed a napkin with something in it onto my bed. I sat up and looked into the napkin. Inside it were 3 buttered rolls with honey inside of them. Do they eat anything nutritious at this camp? Because all I've heard so far is delicious food. That happened, yes, at one of those Christian camps I went to at a college, but that was because there was a fully stocked cafeteria. And when I actually attended a semester there, the food was not nearly as good.
This book, by the way, came out in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
If Amazon is correct, or at least the Amazon published version did.
Yep. with honey inside them, and they were still warm. How are they not drenched in the rain that you said was happening earlier?
I don't know, maybe it stopped. Maybe this character is immune to rain.
Yes, maybe Kayla is immune to it. She's a
Kayla is a
waterbender.
god.
Yes. Thanks, Kayla, I said. No problem. You must have been really hungry because I didn't see you at dinner. Oh, of course. I was like, oh, I was in the nurse's cabin getting some wounds taken care of. I need to read this. I don't like Jeff. Me, honey, your panties are completely soaked that it's visible through the jeans. You need help. Yes, you do.
Master Wayne, that looks like Niagara Falls coming over a fucking barrel.
That's one soaked vagine.
Master Wayne, I believe that's what we in the industry call moist.
That's why we needed Meg here.
Somebody in this chat is somebody watching this is very upset at the way I've just said moist.
Yes.
All 6 of us.
Uh-huh. Right. So you were in the nurse's cabin getting some wounds taken care of. I showed her my arm. Oh, what happened? I cut my arm on a rock. I lied. Tell her the truth! They can get Mallory in trouble! It looks a little too clean to be from a rock, Missy. That's what the counselor should have said, but no, she goes like, oh, I hope you feel better.
Responded with, well, I heard
What a
Mallory
shitty
talk
counselor.
about how she cut you. Are you sure you weren't shitting me, love?
Yeah.
You took moments. Niagara Falls falling over a barrel.
Thanks. I went back to reading and listening to my music. Everybody's Fool came on by Evanescence.
Oh, the edge in this girl.
She never was and never will be. You don't know how you betrayed me. And somehow you know you got everybody fooled.
Well, I'll use this as a chance to run off to the toilet. She's singing. She won't ever notice it's
just
done.
stopped.
Shit! No, I will actually be a second. There isn't lines
I'll
for me.
just keep reading.
Yeah, because I mean, there's lines for me at the bottom, but I won't be too long.
Okay. I thought this describes Mallory so much. I started to get sleepy, and just in time, too. Yes, it was almost past your bedtime. Okay, girls. It's about lights out time, Kayla said. I put a mark in my book. You could have just said you marked your place in your book. And snuggled into the covers. I fell asleep straight away. I had the worst nightmare ever. Couldn't be nearly as bad as one of the ones I've had where I was married to Onision and he raped me. It didn't happen in reality. It was just a dream. Thank God. I was walking along camp in the early morning fog. Were you not in Silent Hill? That would have been a way worse nightmare than whatever this is.
I like Silent Hill.
I know. I was just saying, she said she was walking around in the early morning fog. It's like, you're making me think so much about Silent Hill 2 and like Toluca Lake. And I actually saw a post on Tumblr once that showed, apparently it was talking about how this person, the poster, lived on an island that somehow gets like foggy sometimes after big storms, and there was one cosplayer who dressed up as Pyramid Head and went out walking around on the streets in the fog. And it's just like that guy must have seen the fog out the window and said, "My time has come." And then they just took a picture of the guy. And yeah, that was a great opportunity. Sometimes when I was driving to school in the morning, I'd see a bunch of fog and it's like, okay, if I see anything from Silent Hill, I'm turning around and leaving.
My hometown gets really, really foggy, usually during be early spring, late autumn, and it looks like how I would imagine a Silent Hill set this side of the Atlantic would look. Also, my town was used in the ITV series Inspector George Gently, which was a thing about 70s murders.
Okay.
So yeah, my house was the outside of my house was actually used for one of the scenes. Fun fact.
Okay, that's real cool.
That's-
I was walking along the camp. Okay. And there was a trail of blood, so this is straight up the beginning of Silent Hill 2. Oh my god! I'll read this in a minute. Right. I followed it to the cabin. You could say that there was the sound of a broken radio making a ton of noise. I followed it to the cabin that was three away from mine. Oh, okay. That makes sense now.
It sounds like a broken radio that was making a ton of noise. So, white noise, essentially.
Yes. It looked really familiar. I didn't want to walk into the cabin, but the trail of blood led to the door, so I walked up the steps and slowly opened the door. What I saw was a bunch of bloody bodies of girls I recognized. One body was Mallory's. I screamed so loud I could have woken up the dead, but I'm glad I didn't. I ran out of the cabin as fast as I could into the fog. "Where is everybody?" I yelled. I ran down the hill and bumped into someone or something. I stopped. In front of me was Jeff in his white hoodie, but it was all bloody. Well, I mean, that would be impossible to hide.
Hold on.
He turned and looked at me and said,
I talked to Mallory and her friends for you.
He held up a knife. It was the knife Mallory used to cut me.
Remember this? I used this to talk to her.
Yes, Jeff. Yes, we get it. That's kind of implied. He needs to work on his witty repartee. Who are you and what did you do with Jeff? He grabbed my shoulders.
I am Jeff Naomi.
I screamed, "Someone help me!" And that's when Chris Redfield flies down with his giant muscle arm wings and stops Jeff from making this girl horny as fuck. He flies in the night.
Not Chris Boulder punching Redfield. Not Chris Boulder punching Redfield coming to stop me from killing this innocent girl.
I woke up in the middle of the night sweating. Did that really happen? Then I heard a scream. Chapter end.
Chapter
2. Chapter 2.
I was in Mallory's cabin. I'd killed her and all her friends, and
Well, that escalated quickly.
To pay what she did to she had done to Naomi.
Please, Jeff, don't hurt me. I promise it won't happen again.
It's too late to promise anything now.
It's too late to apologize.
It's too late to apologize.
It's too late.
I said. She backed up and hit the cabin walls. She looked around.
This is your line.
If you're looking for something to use to get away, it's not going to work.
You could say, it's no use.
Take this.
Isn't that the knife I used to cut your friend open? Don't remind him.
She covered her mouth. I laughed manically.
Maniacally.
Of course it is. Now I'm going to kill you with it. I stabbed her in the chest and whispered in her ear. Hold on. I'm going to have to do something here. Go
Ow.
I hope that came through horrifically loud.
It
That was
did, and it hurt. Ow.
sorry. I will make it a little crowd of rip headphone users.
R.I.P.
I'll be a little
headphones.
quieter next time.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Roll credits.
Yes, roll credits. We're done here.
Well, see you next time. Kidding. It's not done yet.
Wrap it up, people.
There
Wrap
won't
it up,
nearly
people.
be over
That's
in
all,
chat.
folks. We're done here.
Okay, continue.
I
I
stood
swear-
up. I was about to walk out when I saw a light just outside the caverns. I dove. I became a bird. I was a dove. I was a symbol of peace. I flew out into the wind and I shat all over everything, for the world is now my toilet. No, I dove under one of the beds. The cabin door slowly opened and a girl walked in and shined a light around the cabin. The light
This is
shined on.
Silent Hill.
Just the Resident Evil door opening sound is what I imagined when the door opens.
Or it's RE2 remake.
Yes, the light shined on the back wall where Mallory's body lay. Who was in the cabin? Whoever was in the cabin walked over to Mallory's body and screamed.
This can't be happening!
I noticed it was Naomi. I held my breath, hoping she wouldn't notice someone
No, it's
else was-
hopping.
Oh yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're right. My brain corrected that. I held my breath, hoping she wouldn't notice me as I hopped backwards out of the room and down away. And she pointed the flashlight around the cabin. I looked around too. I ended up on my knife. I froze. Please don't see my knife. I thought. She dropped the flashlight.
I really hope you didn't do this, Jeff.
I stopped. Did she know I was in here, or was she talking to herself?
Crap.
Suddenly doing this in a slight tune.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize.
Right. She was talking. I'm gonna have to ask him tomorrow, I guess. Sorry, I had to answer a text from my mom.
Okay. She ran out the cabin, and I climbed up from under the bed. I picked up my knife, walked outside. I looked down. I needed a shower and a change of clothes. I was covered in blood and what smelled like lavender perfume. I'm sure that's a lovely smell.
That's a lovely combination, isn't
I
it?
walked through the forest to the bathhouse, as opposed to taking the direct route there, which would be quicker, although then again you have a chance of being caught, so maybe that's a good idea.
Yep.
After I shower, I went back to my cabin and fell asleep and woke up the next morning to a pillow in my face. The following should be a separate paragraph, but it's not.
Well, mine is printed as a separate paragraph.
Mine isn't, interestingly enough. It's printed as one
Discrepancies.
continuous block into
It's just
text.
a block of text.
Yeah. It actually, like, it carries the block of text, then carries on with a new, obviously new speaker, new line for the text, but doesn't separate that line from the actual block of text. Meaning,
It's weird.
to me, it appears as if it's technically still one paragraph, just with a new speaker. What in the world? I sat up. Hold on, I'm going to think of a voice for Joshua now. Good morning, Jeff, I heard Joshua said. Sometimes this boy can be too happy. I thought. I got out of bed, put on a different hoodie. Is this one white? Is it black? Is it blue? You decide.
It's pink.
It's bright neon green. High-vis yellow, that's it. High-vis jacket yellow.
Yeah.
I went outside and walked around some. I feel sorry for some having to walk around him. Memories of last night came creeping into my mind. I started laughing. I think I drove it off like 3 people because there's only 3 of us, 3 people watching now.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
them's at least me.
One of them's probably me too.
I didn't know why, but I did. I ended up walking to the lake. I walked along the shoreline. I heard some singing. Walked a little further down the shoreline. I saw Naomi with her headphones singing to one of her songs. I should stop doing that, but these lines are incredibly boring, so I went quietly over, sat beside her. She stopped singing and listened to the music. You have a very nice voice, I said. She jumped a little.
Thanks, Jeff.
She didn't look too happy to see me. I was afraid she knew why. I smiled slightly.
So, have you heard about what happened to Mallory in her cabin?
No, what happened?
She and her whole cabin were murdered last night.
So I know it says I act surprised, but I did that, the Captain Kirk pretending to be surprised meme.
Yeah.
I just did that. I acted surprised. Who would do something like that?
Yeah, so the camp is having us leave early. No, they wouldn't. They would actually be holding you there longer to interrogate you.
Yeah,
especially since you were the one who found the bodies, Naomi, so you would be the first one in for questioning.
Like, there was both good, fair enough them having responsibility to realise it's not a safe place, but at the same time, chances are they'd be asked by the law, by the police, to stay there until they can ask questions. Nah, it's fine. Bootleg Rangers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They don't want anyone else dying.
I thought and thought, didn't expect that one coming. I need a ride home, I said. She looked at me and she pulled out her phone.
She pulled her phone. Hi, Mom. Camp is having us leave early. I need you to pick me and a friend up. He doesn't have a ride back home. Yes, ma'am, he's a boy. No, ma'am, we aren't. Yes, you will get all the details on the way home. Love you too. Bye.
I laughed. My mum isn't even that nosy. And said she makes me go to parties with small children, even though I'm clearly older than them.
My mom isn't nosy. She is just very curious.
She looked at her phone and sighed. I wonder what
could have caused this to happen to them.
She said. Well, sometimes people like that deserve to die, I said.
And then Naomi would back up and be like, okay, Jeff, I'm gonna go over here.
I'm gonna go over here and call the police.
And call my friend Police?
Police? Police.
She gave me this is still you.
I'm gonna go pack my things, I guess.
No, it's over that.
Oh, sorry. She gave me that look and said.
That said,
sorry. I'm assuming that.
What are you trying to say here?
I'm gonna go pack my things. Go and pack my things, I guess. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, I said.
Yeah, okay.
I left the lake area, went back to my cabin where I got everyone's things. So I got everyone's things outside the cabin. I sighed. Why did I do it? I walked in and stuffed things into my bag. I'm adding words where they don't exist in an attempt to improve the story. I apologize. After I was done with that, I put my things outside the cabin door and decided to go back to the lake and see if Naomi was there. As I walked back, I thought about confessing what I had done, but then I thought, do you really want to go to jail? For some reason, by the way, at least in mine, I don't know about in yours, it has an inverted comma and then the quotation marks.
Yeah, mine too.
Mark. Yeah, but it doesn't have that afterwards.
Yeah.
How strange. You'd almost think this is badly wrote. For some reason, I answered my own question. No, I don't want to go to jail. I want Lou to go there. Little fucking shit. I mean, what? I got back to the lake and I looked around. Naomi wasn't there, but there was a SWAT team and a van. Shit, I thought. I've been caught.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
It would be better if it did.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be over a lot faster.
That was fast. Wait, no, that was
fast.
weird. Hold on. No, I know, weird. So weird. I walked out to where we were sitting earlier and sat down.
That was fast.
I heard someone say. I looked around, and then up in a tree was a lovely pair of knickers. I mean, Naomi hanging upside down, so it was a lovely pair of knockers with her headphones in. Is Naomi a vampire? Is she attempting to kill herself from all of her blood rushing to her head? Is she hoping she falls and dies?
A monkey?
Is she hoping to land her mouth straight on that dick? We'll never know.
This is you.
Yeah, I just kind of stuffed everything into my bag, and my mother's going to scream at me when I have to get it all out across the house to sort it out.
I see.
She dropped down from the tree. Head first, she lands straight on that dick. What's she doing here? Like,
I imagine she flipped right side up.
how big is this tree? Is it
I don't
tall
know.
enough? She's jumped from a great baobab tree and broke both her legs and her spleen.
And her skull. The end.
Naomi fell, she died. The end. I would
My
say I
mom
was
should be here soon.
traumatized, but I recently stabbed up a cabin.
Yeah. My mom should be here soon.
She looked at her watch. I wonder if they'll be serving lunch before we leave.
No, Jeff, they won't, because 3 kids were just murdered.
I'm fucking starving.
I don't think so. They want everyone out of camp as soon as possible. Because of the killings, they are shutting this place down now.
Shut it down!
It just turned into Friday the 13th.
Well, to be fair, the guy in charge of the camp was probably watching Friday the 13th the night before and thought, you know what, I really don't want to fucking risk it. Shut the camp down, send him home. What's the worst that can happen?
Huh?
She sighed. Sorry.
I had so many memories from when I was a kid. I used to come here during the summer when my mom was a counselor here.
This explains literally everything.
No, not really.
And that explains why her mother's obsessed with this one camp.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Man,
she looks really bummed out, I thought. Compared to
Without
last thought, this
marking
in
it.
speech box. She took off her small backpack and opened it.
want a marshmallow?
How big is this marshmallow? Is it one of those massive ones? I just have this
It's from the
image in
Chubby
my
Bunny
head.
Challenge.
Yeah, I just about, you know, those really small ones you'd like put on hot chocolates or whatever.
Yes.
Really small ones. I'm just imagining her pulling out a single one of those and going,
You want a
"Do you want
marshmallow? It's old.
It's about 4 weeks old. There's a bit of mold growing on the side, but it's a bit of protein. Don't worry about it, mate." No thanks. I'm good.
Oh, come on. It's nice and stale.
I'm good. Wait, hang on. You carry marshmallows and stuff around in your bag?
No, it was just some camp snacks I brought along with me. Best camp snack, marshmallows. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Her phone rang playing Kingdom Hearts.
Just her phone rang and it played the entirety of Kingdom Hearts. It's just nothing specific there, unless there is a song in Kingdom Hearts called Kingdom Hearts.
It's not. It's called Simple and Clean, if not Hikari.
Okay, so there is no song in Kingdom Hearts called Kingdom Hearts. Okay.
You walk away, you don't hear me
also
say,
forwarded the entire thing.
"Please, oh baby, don't go." That's the part of the song they were talking about. Hello? Oh, hey, are you here yet? Okay, we'll be right there. She hung up.
Sorry, she hung up. Sorry, I had something in my mouth.
Come on.
I followed her and grabbed my stuff on the way to the car. She opened the trunk and put my stuff in. I put mine on top of hers, and I climbed into the back seat with her. So who's in the front seat then? Since, the front seat was available.
No one, I guess.
Maybe it's
Mom?
one of those awkward cars with one seat in the front. It's not going to be one of those cars. We already know
Nope.
it's not.
Mom, this is Jeff. And Jeff, this is my mom.
Naomi said.
It's very nice to meet you, Jeff.
Her mom said, it's very nice to meet you too, Mrs. Naomi.
Jansen, apparently,
Jansen.
is her name.
Nicholson, Jansen, Town, Potato Head.
We,
Who knows what her last name is? It's not mentioned yet.
yeah.
We drove out of the camp and onto the road from there up to where we lived. It's probably about a 2 to 3 hour drive. I messed up with the knife in my pocket.
Seriously?
Fuck, can we make a detour to the hospital? I just fucking cut myself.
And I don't know if that girl might have had AIDS.
Naomi, I don't know about that girl you're hanging around, but Dad plays with knives and fucking cars.
You mean she fucks in cars?
And I said he was playing with knives and fucking cars. I don't know where you got that from. Winnie, is there something you'd like to admit?
No.
Is there something about cars that turns you on a little bit? Anyways.
Just the way that sentence was arranged, it was just like, is she fucking in the car? Is she fucking the car? What?
Naomi, get your dick out the car. I sat there thinking, why in the world I would do such a thing?
Right. So they're thinking, hey, you okay?
I looked over at Naomi. Her face looked concerned. Yeah, I'm fine. Why are you asking?
It's just that you had a very serious look on your face, and then you looked sad.
I was just thinking about her brother and his safety, and how he depends on me, and stuff like that, or how he suspiciously looks like Frederick Knudsen from Down the Rabbit Hole, or how I suspiciously look like Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook.com. Then there was that awkward silence again.
Okay, I get it.
And there was that awkward silence again. I thought what I did was self-defense for a friend. Friend is an understatement. Oh shit, they're on best friends level. They might exchange Nintendo. Rennie, I think they're going to exchange Nintendo friend codes. The ultimate sign of the ultimate sign of friendship.
They're going to make it Facebook official?
They're going to make it Nintendo Online official.
Really
that's the official form of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi's perspective.
I wonder what's going through his head right now. The times when you wish you had mind-reading powers. Okay. I mentally slapped myself. What am I thinking right now? Right. Why would someone want to murder a whole group of teenage girls? Because they're a psychopath? I looked over at Jeff. No, it couldn't have been him. No, I couldn't have been him, excuse me. He's too sweet to kill someone. This is second day of knowing each other.
No, I couldn't have been him. Shit.
Yeah, I know.
That's Naomi, I'm not Jeff. What?
This whole time I thought it was Jeff.
This explains so much about the later parts of this book, to be fair.
It does. I don't know why I would think that. I shook my head and looked out the window. I plugged my headphones in like I always do and fell asleep. Yeah, don't pay attention to anyone who's in the car or anything.
Yeah, you could wake up, this car could be in a ditch, Jeff could be missing, and there could be a knife through your mother's heart.
You could wake up in a foggy town. Everyone's gone.
You could wake up and there could be a bunch of zombies outside.
Mm-hmm. I woke up in my I woke up in my house up in my room when I heard a window break. Then all I heard was a scream. Mom, are you okay? I called. No answer. I got worried, so I went down to check what had happened. I checked the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, and my parent, like belonging to my parent, just one room.
My parent room. Yes.
I guess the only room I haven't looked in is the family room. I was reluctant about going in there, so I went into the kitchen and grabbed the largest knife in the knife drawer, which was about 7.5 inches long. Good for you. I knew I wasn't going to have a good chance going against someone with a gun. What makes you think they have a gun?
To be honest, if this, I mean, average American family in it as the joke here, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
No good chance to get someone with a gun. Yeah, and plus there's just somebody breaking an entry. So, to be fair, you have you're allowed to be. You have your rights to be suspicious. To be fair, if somebody had broken into your house, whether they got a gun or not.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Right. But possibly someone with another knife, just maybe. But the thing is, I'm not so quick on my feet. To pass cool. I walked slowly into the room and heard someone singing what sounded like the song Awoken by Wooden Toaster and Hatesy. That's a Brony song, if you didn't know.
Wooden Toaster, what a name.
Yeah. I try my best. It's like, I try my best to block out the screams, but they're haunting me in my dreams.
I try my best to block out the screams, but they're haunting me in my dreams.
Is what I heard. I stood in the entranceway at the broken window in the room and saw him standing over my dad. I nearly dropped the knife when he turned around. I stared at the completely white face, black rimmed eyes, black hair, and blood-stained white hoodie. He started speaking.
Hello, Naomi. I hope you don't mind me barging in and killing your family.
He laughed. I don't know why, but his voice sounded strangely familiar. I just couldn't place whose it was. I gripped the knife. I couldn't just stand there and not do anything. I had to avenge my parents' death. I stepped into the room and started walking toward him. Half of my brain was screaming, "What are you doing? You're going to get killed!" The other half was screaming, "You aren't afraid! Avenge your parents and kill him for his crime!"
All in caps, by the way. That whole sentence is like...
I can't keep shouting, it hurts.
All in caps.
Why are you doing this, Jeff? I stood a few feet away from the boy and looked him dead in the face.
If you're wondering why I did this, it's because I thought about it. It was about time for your parents to go to sleep.
He pointed the knife at me.
And I thought it was about time for you to go to sleep.
I took one step and felt something go into my chest. I dropped the knife and watched as crimson blood spilled on the carpet. My blood.
You're too slow.
Is this Sonic all of a sudden?
In a more serious sense, you're too slow. But in a comedic sense, you're too slow.
You're too slow.
You're too slow.
The boy said in a taunting voice. I fell backwards and looked into his face. It was like the face switched. I saw a boy with brown hair and blue eyes looking down at me. I finally managed to speak. Jeff, why?
So you finally noticed, did you?
There needs to be a comma there. And a question mark.
Too bad it's too bad it's too late for you to do anything about it.
Everything was becoming dark.
Just go to sleep now.
I felt a hand on my face. It felt leathery somehow. And And then
Was
I
it
heard
ever
footsteps
implied that his
walking
hands felt
away.
leathery? I know he said that his face felt leathery.
No, it never said anything about his hands.
I mean, I suppose if he is feeling his face that feels leathery, it could also just be his hands feeling leathery. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe he's wearing gloves.
Yes, he's a professional
That would be
killer, after all.
smart.
He's a professional killer, isn't he?
No, he's probably not wearing gloves. That would be smart.
Besides, if you're going to wear so you wear latex gloves, you wouldn't wear leather gloves.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then I heard footsteps walking away. I jolted awake and patted my chest and sighed. Good, I'm still alive, I mumbled. Did you say something, Naomi? My mom asked. No, I was talking to myself as I usually do, Mom. Oh, all right. What do you and Jeff want for lunch? I want Arby's, if that's okay with you. I looked at Jeff.
Oh, yeah, that's fine with me.
He said, all right, Arby's it is.
This is
Mom
the most.
said.
This is the most
Riveting.
agreeable mother ever. I want Arby's. What the fuck is an Arby's? It would be what
It's
my
a
mother
restaurant.
would. No, I know what it is, but that's what
It's a
my
barbecue
mother,
place.
It's what my mother would say because we don't have them on the side of the Atlantic. I know what they are, but that's what my mother would say. What the fuck is an Arby's?
I sat there. Why in the wide world was Jeff? Or at least I thought it was Jeff. No, you're spot on. In my dream, well, nightmare, I banged my head against the car window. Ouch. Jeff laughed. You laugh at people getting hurt too?
Oh yeah, it's funny if I'm not the one getting hurt.
He laughed more. I laugh at my What? I laugh at my mom all the time when she chokes? What the heck, Naomi?
Hold on a minute, love.
Is this a frequent occurrence?
Do you want to run that one by me again, Skipper?
We both laughed.
Come on, give me your name. I wasn't even the laugh I'd intended with Jeff.
I looked over
I
and
actually
looked
feel
at his
slightly.
hoodie
Oh, I
and
actually feel
frowned.
slightly lightheaded after that.
I'm sorry.
Either that or the alcohol's finally kicking in. One of the two.
Hey, what's that? I asked.
What?
That. I pointed at a red dark spot.
That's really red Kool-Aid.
You spelled Kool-Aid wrong. It's spelled with a K, not a C.
Oh yeah!
I stared into his eyes and saw utter nervousness. You mean anxiety? But I dismissed it. You're really smart, aren't you?
Sniffs it. That's the weirdest smelling Kool-Aid I've ever smelled.
It smells like copper and gross.
It's the newest flavor of Kool-Aid.
It's disgusting, then. Like I said, he's too sweet to do something so gruesome. He could have cut himself, you know? He could have gotten an accident cut. Yeah, whatever you say. I looked out the window again. I don't know why I had this gut feeling that he's the one behind all of silence. What? Looking at my phone and wondering why I've been having these awful dreams lately. I tossed my trash in the bag. I wonder if this whole killing thing will be on the news, Mom said. I imagine it might.
It might be. You could be wrong.
Again, new speaker, new line. It might. Big things like killings and stuff always end up on the news, I said. What do you think, Jeff? I asked.
Yeah, I guess it could end up on the news.
He said,
Might be
well,
on BBC Three.
He said while fidgeting with his pocket hoodie. His pocket hoodie? Does he have a tiny hoodie
inside of his pocket? He has a tiny hoodie.
It's for his fingers.
I can't tell if the alcohol's setting it or if I just feel dizzy, but I'm going to carry on.
I leaned in close to him and whispered, "You're acting really strange."
How am I acting really strange? How am I acting strange?
He whispered back. "It's like you did something completely awful." Who is speaking here?
Sorry, it is actually me, yeah. I don't know. I've just been thinking, what if the killer chose a different cabin to Mallory's, and if he chose yours or something like that?
I froze in my seat. "I guess I never thought about that," I said. "I could have been killed."
I'm glad you weren't. I couldn't. Well, no. Wait, no, hold on.
Perhaps it would be like something the mom heard. "I'm glad you weren't. I couldn't live without my little baby." My mom said, "Mom, I'm not a baby anymore. I'm 16 years old." Okay, so you're like 3 years older than Jeff.
Statutory rape, anybody? Well, hold on, they haven't slept together yet, so it's not statutory rape yet.
I know, honey. I just like to think of you as still my little girl. I looked over at Jeff, who was trying his best not to laugh. I sighed and put my face in my hands. "How much longer until we get home?" I asked. "Well, according to the GPS, I would say about 30 more minutes until we get to Jeff's house," my mom said.
What about the side trip to Arby's? Come on, I want to know what she gets from Arby's. I don't know what Arby's
I think they already ate.
I don't even know what they get from Arby's. You got like, I don't know,
Barbecue.
pancakes. Barbecue pancakes, there we go.
Yep.
Over there.
Okay.
Hey, do you have any paper and pencil I could use? You know, just casually in the back of your car where you keep pencils and paper.
Jeff asked me. "Sure," I said and dug around in my bag, tearing out a piece of paper from my journal. Why would you carry your journal with you? And handing it to him, along with a pen. He took it and started writing stuff on it. I sat there and messed with a string on my jeans.
Hey, Mallory. Well, why does it say here in this
I'm
piece
not Mallory.
Sorry. Hey, Naomi.
Naomi.
Why does it say here in a piece of your journal that Jeff's got a massive cock on him? I can see it through his pants.
No,
What?
no. That wasn't my handwriting.
You gotta do some extra. You got some explaining to do here, love.
That wasn't my handwriting.
Just to emphasise the cockney, I'm gonna add a love there. Anyway, here.
He handed the paper back to me. I looked at him confused.
Open it,
he said while not looking at me. I opened it and read it. Now we can... Sorry.
Now we can stay in touch with each other,
he said. Yeah, thanks. I pulled out my phone and put his number in. Turn around and smile, I said and held my phone up to his face. He turned and gave me a big smile, and I took a picture for his contact. I heard my mom snicker a little bit.
This girl goes to more effort for her contacts than I think is necessary.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I heard my mom snicker a little bit. I just rolled my eyes. We drove through a neighborhood. Hey, this place looks really close to our house, I said. That's because we are a neighborhood away from our house, Mom said. Oh, got it.
So I guess we'll see each other again, even though at this point you probably should have seen me at some point before summer camp, but whatever.
Jeff said. What school do you go to? I asked him.
I go to Winchester Academy. We use Winchester guns there.
It was founded by Sarah Winchester.
Of the Winchester gun family. Wait, no.
Of the Winchester Mystery House.
Who also happened to own. Anyway. Sorry.
Oh, that's cool. A shoreline.
So, that's cool.
So I'm guessing they are the same age. We talked for a little bit until my mom pulled into the driveway. Jeff got out of the car and my mom popped the trunk open so he could get out his stuff. I climbed out as well and walked him to his house. Jeff knocked on the front door, and a boy about 3 years younger than me opened the door.
But
He had
wasn't
blonde-
Leo was only a year younger than Jeff, wasn't he?
I don't know. It was never
I
specified.
think he was. I'm sure he wasn't too much younger than Jeff.
Probably.
Also, I always found it really weird that he has a name like Liu, which is a Chinese name for a family that otherwise seems to be very white American.
Maybe he was adopted. Or he got the short end of the naming stick.
Don't let Liu know, but he's adopted.
What?
Liu often wonders why a little Chinese boy such as himself has a very white American family.
Right.
Anyway.
He had blonde, shaggy hair and green eyes.
Hey, Liu.
Jeff, why are you home so early? Liu asked, confused.
There was an accident back at camp, and I needed everybody back home as soon as possible.
Liu looked at me. Who's this? He pointed his thumb at me. That's rude.
Who's that? This is a friend. She's a friend. I met her at camp.
This is still Jeff, I think.
Liu, this is Naomi. Naomi, this is my little brother Liu.
Hi, I said. Hey, are you Jeff's girlfriend?
This kid is straight to the point. I love him twice as much as I do in the original comic.
Hi, are you Jeff's girlfriend?
She got a lovely pair of knuckles on you.
Jeff flicked his brother on the forehead.
No, she's not.
My mom honked her horn.
Beep, beep. There you go.
I guess I better go. See you later, Jeff. Bye, Leo.
What's that really famous car horn? The do 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 do. Whatever. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was used in the movie, and then it became really, really popular.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll find out. I'll remember it at some point. A really awkward time.
I ran to the car so Jeff couldn't see the redness in my face. I hopped in the front seat and my mom drove off. So, anything going on that you want to tell me? My mom looked at me with that "is he your boyfriend?" look on her face.
Sorry, for a moment I thought that was Jeff's mother.
Nah.
I forgot this was Naomi's perspective. Sorry.
Nope, nothing I have to say. I put my headphones in and listened to music until we got home. Yeah, because your parents will be around forever. When we got there, I took out my stuff, went upstairs, unpacked, and laid on my bed until dinner time.
What's so awesome?
Dinner's ready, honey. My mom called up to me from the stairs. I rolled off my bed, headed downstairs, and sat at the table. What are we having? I asked as my stomach growled loudly.
Spaghetti and a meatball.
We're having spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, that's great. I fixed my plate and grabbed 2 pieces of garlic bread.
Now, at what point in that statement did she say spaghetti, meatballs, and garlic bread, missus? Put that back right this instant. That's what I'm
for you. It's spiked. That's not garlic on top. That's weed.
Oh, me, it's weed bread. I guess I'll be the dad. Joe, I always can.
Oh, that's all right, I guess.
Well, anything interesting happened there?
Yeah, a whole cabin of girls got murdered.
Oh, fuck me! Oh, fuck me! That's a proper job, that. Let's make sure I heard you correctly. You said a whole cabin of girls got murdered.
Yep, you heard correctly. And no fucks were given. I said and took another bite of my food.
How would someone do something so ruthless and vile?
I shrugged and finished. You must not have gotten very much. Thanks for dinner, Mom. I got up, washed my plate, grabbed my phone along with my headphones. Went upstairs, closed my door, and read a book or two and drew some stuff. Quite productive.
Okay, then it just doesn't say anything to her father.
hold on a sec.
Just says, thanks for the dinner, mother, and buggers off upstairs. Just doesn't bother answering the dad's question. Just
Yep. Tomorrow is Monday, which means school.
but she was at summer camp, which would imply it's still the summer holidays.
How close to the beginning of school does this camp
Was this
have?
a camp specific? Was this Jesus camp to get you out of school? Was she hoping?
Maybe.
Was your mother hoping you'd find Jesus, and instead you found a psychopath?
Perhaps. Wouldn't be surprised. I screamed into my pillow and I looked at my phone. I could text one of my friends, but they were all probably doing homework or something like that. What homework? Were they in summer school?
To be
Some of
fair,
the girls were hanging out with their boyfriends. Blah blah blah.
also there's two speech marks at the end of that, implying again it is another line of speech.
I sighed and played a game on my phone. I looked through my contacts and selected a random one. I looked at the name, Jeff. Hey, it's Naomi. What's up? I waited, and my phone played the text message tone.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Dad, what's up? Oh, my.
Kim Possible.
Hey. Sorry. Did you read the next line? So I'm slightly lost off.
No. It's like, oh hey. That's what the line begins with.
Oh, hey, it's Naomi. Okay, sorry.
No.
Hey,
Underneath that.
Nothing much. I just been bored out of my mind.
Same here. And I figured all my friends are busy, so I didn't want to text them. Phone beeps.
Yeah. Well, I'm a friend, aren't I?
I texted him back. Well, yeah, but you're you. Ouch.
And then she got blocked.
I don't think that relationship's gonna blossom now, Naomi. You've kind of stuck your feet in your mouth.
Like that little.
I sent the message, and a couple of seconds later, he answered back.
I am, but I'm your friend. Correct?
Yes, you are my friend. I actually get along with you well, unlike some other people, aka Mallory. Mallory's dead. Did you forget? Mallory's dead. I sent the message and got an immediate reply.
Oh, go and turn in the news channel right now.
Okay. I walked downstairs and sat on the couch and turned on the news. Where are your parents?
There has been a recent discovery of a cabin of girls found dead this morning at a camp known as Camp Ivy, even though this statement would have at least been reported the night before. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been evacuated.
The statement probably would have been made like minutes after the media has been alerted or the police have filed a report.
Yeah. The media's quick on this sort of shit.
Yeah, especially nowadays. I sat there intrigued by what I was hearing.
Here we have Mallory's mother, a victim of this terrible crime. Tell us, Mrs. March, who do you think did this?
Real quick, Mallory's mother. Everybody just has first names because this was written by a child.
Well, to be fair, we do get Mrs.
Until
March.
a second ago. It's like till like a second later.
Yeah,
I don't know who would want to hurt my dear sweet angel darling Mallory. I laughed. Yay. They spelled yeah wrong again.
Yeah.
Yeah, only you would say that. I listened on. We even had a beauty pageant to go to tomorrow. My sweet baby girl was going to win her 17th trophy. I'm pretty sure that's
how old is she?
I'm guessing 16.
17th. But if these are yearly
70th.
things, who the fuck is looking at a baby and going, "Oh, I've got a lovely bit of meat on her." She does. Probably a guy.
She was winning pageants ever since she was an ovum. Ever since she was in Eggcell, she was winning pageants. Get on her level.
Eggcell's going to have a lovely baby order. Probably a guy who sounds a bit like that. Okay, the following line, I will at least admit this. If this handles anything, it handles public media so fucking well. And this next line is a brilliant example of it. Yes, that's quite nice. But who do you think is responsible for this terrible feat? Like that is a very
horrible thing to say.
Yes, but that's a very media thing to say.
My sweet girl never had any enemies except for that one girl who lives next door to us. Oh no, Naomi.
She looks outside. What the fuck? Anyway. I feel sorry for whoever has to be that poor girl.
There was a knock at the front door. Oh boy, I just had to open my mouth, didn't I? I walked and opened the front door to see a bunch of news cameras and flashing lights. Where are her parents?
The parents are upstairs doing something, I don't know.
They're trying to make a replacement. See, just look at her. That's the face of a murderer. I heard Mallory's mom yell. I shielded my eyes from the flashing lights. A camera was pushed into my face.
So everything that's said about the media immediately dies after this following line?
Yeah.
Tell us, did you kill the beauty queen, Mallory?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to be specific about which Mallory, because I don't know who you're talking about unless you get specific. And no, I didn't kill anyone. I stood there for a second and then took the microphone. No, I didn't kill anyone. Yeah, sure, I hated that girl's guts. You're not helping your case here. But you should know she's not as sweet and nice as you all think. I rolled up my sleeves on my shirt and rolled my shirt up to the side. Oh, I think she means she hitched her shirt up a bit. These cuts are proof that Mallory isn't
representation of the modern medium again.
These cuts are proof that Mallory isn't the sweet and innocent girl you think she is. She nearly killed me with her pink sparkly knife.
Fucking hell, watch out, that edgy glitter girl over there. She's got to glitter up your flesh wounds.
Wait, Jeff has the pink sparkly knife. Since it said that he has her knife, and they said it was pink and sparkly. So that means Jeff the Killer is killing people with a pink
Jeff the Killer murdering people with a spink. That is a spink, yes. A pink sparkly knife. That is beautiful.
Plus, also, you told the camp nurse that you got cut on a rock. Or maybe you told the nurse what happened, but you refused to tell your counselor. Because otherwise your counselor will be asked to corroborate your story, and then she'll be like, yeah, she cut her arm on a rock and a leg and her back and waist, which are really weird places to get cut.
Is this true? Did your daughter have a pink sparkly knife?
Well, she did. One of the reporters asked anxiously. She did, yes, but
you heard it here first. The beauty queen Mallory was really a monster in disguise.
That doesn't mean anything. That girl there committed this crime of killing my daughter and her friends. Mrs. Marsh was dragged back into her home while the camera people left. The press? The media, maybe? I walked back into the house and slammed the front door shut. Stupid reporters. This is why I don't watch the news. These news people were really easy to sway. But I mean, they just picked up on the big scoop of their lives.
I hope to dear God one of those reporters came from BuzzFeed.com, the most reliable source of news on the interwebs.com.
I looked through my phone and saw about 50 people had messaged me.
Fucking hell, she went from 0 to 100 real fast.
Went straight to Jeff's message. So you ignored all the people that you've known for likely years and then just paid attention to this one emo boy.
Well, to be fair, he's one emo boy that, at least as far as she's concerned, has eggs the size of tangerines.
Mm-hmm.
I never expected that to happen.
I sent a message back. Yeah, some people are out of their mind. Crazy. My phone beeped.
Yeah, I'm just glad you didn't say anything that made you look suspicious. Yeah, besides showing her arm and going, yeah, so that Mallory was a utter bitch.
Yeah, same here.
It's actually longer.
Naomi, go take a bath and head for bed. My mom called from her room.
We've done
Okay.
your replacement. Get yourself sorted. You're down to the orphanage tomorrow.
Okay, I yelled back. I have to go. I'll text you later, or probably see you tomorrow at school. I plugged my phone in.
Because what girl, what teenager, sorry, sees, oi, go to bed, as, yeah, I'm going to go to bed, as opposed to, I'll pretend to go to bed and I'll sit and I'll text him until about 3 o'clock in the morning.
None that I know of. I plugged my phone in and headed out of the room when I heard it beep. Might as well check one more message before I go to bed. I looked at my phone.
Oh, I have something really important to tell you. If I see you, that is.
I put my phone down and walked upstairs to my room and started the bath.
How long
So
have we
you
been
have a
live? 'Cause
bathtub in your room. Or I guess you have a bathroom connected to your room.
How long have we been live? Because this has actually been going on a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
Couple hours, I guess.
Okay. Just because it is starting to get on for me. I mean, we can keep going probably till the end of the next.
Well, I mean, this is the end of chapter 2.
Well, we can go on till we can go on to the end of chapter 4.
Oh, chapter 3 is pretty long. Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, that's.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, this would actually be a decent way to end it because we're going to get
True.
chapter 3 is when we get into the original Jeff the Killer story.
True. So this is the ending of the original part.
Yeah. The rest of this is kind of. There's a little bit at the end that's original.
Mhm.
We even get to see something from Liu's perspective.
We do, which is rare.
Which
But we'll
is.
finish this.
Yeah.
I put my phone down and walked upstairs to my room and started the bath. I wonder what he needed to talk to me about. I finished up in the bathroom and headed for bed. Then end. Okay, so we'll pick up tomorrow with chapter 3.
Yeah, we can pick it up tomorrow. I don't mind doing a bit tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, because
I might be on
this
a bit
is
more of a time crunch, but
no, that's fine. Because this is the end of essentially what is the
original bits.
original part of their story. From the rest of this onwards is a modified version of the Jeff the Killer story.
Yeah, it's modified to add in just this superfluous female character. Like a
Yeah.
lot of these other Jeff the Killer X self-inserts.
Other than this one is making money
Yes, other than this one makes money.
using store artwork, but besides the point.
Yep.
Well, it's
Anyways,
not
we'll
besides
see.
the point.
We'll see all you tomorrow.
Yep.
for
We will be
chapters
back
3 and
for
4.
more insanity. I might have to buy more alcohol. No, I won't buy more alcohol.
No,
I've got
No,
half a
don't.
bottle left. I'll live.
and you'll make it.
To be honest, once we get into the actual Jeff the Killer stuff, it becomes oddly less cringy.
Yeah.
But I wonder if this is purely because the author copy pasted in the Jeff the Killer story and then modified it.
No, because she does add some stuff that thickens it
She
up
does
a bit.
add some stuff, yeah, but there is some parts of it that do just seem either that or she had the Jeff the Killer story up on side and copy pasted some parts of it, because some of it
Probably.
just is a play-by-play.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's the same event, but some of it seems identical.
Yep.
But yes,
Anyways, we'll see y'all next time.
ta-ra.
Bye-bye. Hope you have a good time. Hope this was fun for some of you.
Yes. And it's only going to get worse from here on out.